Hey YouTube, it's Kate. I'm just here to talk about a DEXA scan and also a metabolic test that I've had done recently. DEXA stands for Dual Energy X-ray, absorptiometry. So what this does is it measures your bone mineral density, your total body fat, and your total lean muscle mass. I booked mine through Body Measure here in Sydney. And you go in, you lay on this bed and an x-ray goes over your body. It takes about 5 minutes or so. I think mine was like 4.5 minutes because I'm so short. What I did is I removed all jewelry from my body except for my nose piercing and my earrings because I don't know how to take them out, and it was fine. So I lay down and it took forever. You have to lay completely still, legs relaxed, but your arms have to be super rigid. And it was really uncomfortable, and of course as soon as I sit down my nose starts itching. Like, how annoying is that? DEXA scan is totally invasive, like it's totally safe. It isn't x-ray, but the radiation that it produces is less than the radiation that we're exposed to every day. I'll go into my results and stuff. I'll pop up my scan and what it looks like. It's really blue and green. So the blue is my lean muscle and the aqua green color is my fat. So I hold a lot of fat in my legs, I've got a little bit in my arms. What's really great about this scan is that it measures the fat in between your muscle, which is really handy because you can see a lot of skinny girls, but they hold a lot, they can be really fatty in between their muscles, and especially their visceral fat, which is around their organs. My total body fat percentage was 20%, or 20.25 to be exact, which I was really happy about considering I thought I was sitting at around 22. The bone mineral density of my body was off the charts. Like, I'll put up the little diagram. If you're 0.9, that's quite bad, and you could have a bone disorder such as osteoporosis or something like that. The middle line there's 3 lines. The middle line is about average, it's healthy. The top line is excellent, like really good, and mine's all the way up near 1.3, so I'm indestructible pretty much. But the only thing is that puts a lot of weight on my body. So my total bone density is nearly 6% of my body weight. So I'm big boned, you could say. There is such a thing as big bone, but it's not wide structured. So big bone just means you're really heavy boned. My examiner also told me that big boned is also really helpful if you want to change your body shape. It's quite easy to change your body shape. My lean body mass was 73.82% of my body, so all those squats are paying off. I've got 39.3 kilos of lean body mass on my body, and my total overall weight was 57 kilos. So my total body weight was 57 kilos. It's a lot heavier than I was about 4 months ago or so. I did get down to 53 kilos at one point. However, I feel that right now at this point in time I'm the leanest I've ever been. I've got a lot more muscle on my body and stuff like that. So it just shows you that your body weight on the scales is no indicator of how healthy, unhealthy. It's no indicator of that. So I'm 57, which I'm 160 centimeters tall. At one point, I know when I started dieting, I was 58, nearly 60 kilos. And I'll put up my photos of my recent weight loss up, and you can see that I'm holding fat a lot differently, whereas I'm only about 1 kilo or 2 less than I was weighing 6 months ago when I started exercising. So I just wanted to use this as a bit of a benchmark for where I want to go. I do want to get down to about 18% body fat before I start, cutting for a competition, and I'm giving myself to the end of the year to achieve that goal. It's the same as the pod exam, except I think this one's a little bit more detailed to see where you're holding your fat, and Not only that, if you've got too much fat, the green smears on my thighs and there's a little bit in my abdomen, not too much. That's bad fat. That's fat in between your muscles, and it should be speckles, so it should be little dots. And if it's not, you need to cut down some fat because it is bad fat. Like, you need some fat on your body to protect your organs and to help fight off diseases and the cold and the flu and stuff like that. Okay, so I totally recommend this for anyone who wants to have a bit of a see where they want to go and progress with their fitness journey. It's a lot better than just standing on the scales, using measuring tapes and stuff like that. You can really see where you're holding your fat. It cost me over $200 Australian dollars to get this and the metabolic scan. I'll see you in the next clip because I'm going to talk about the metabolic test. Okay, so I'm back to finish this video. I went and had my metabolic test on Saturday at 9 a.m. I was extremely hungry, have to fast for 4 hours, no training, no exercise, so I literally rolled out of bed, put on my gym clothes and went to go get this test done. So the metabolic test, what you have to do is you have to lie still on a bed for 12 minutes. And you have to lie there with a plug on your nose, which was so uncomfortable. So you can't breathe through your nose and you have to breathe through a tube. So you gotta have your lips pursed around it so no air escapes to get the best possible results. And what they do is they print out a piece of paper like this, which tells me where my metabolism stands on a scale from slow to fast. So I was really upset. My metabolism is in between slow and normal. I would say on the slow end of normal. On a daily basis, if I exercise, just doing my regular lifestyle activities and rest, I expel 1,682 calories a day. If I do nothing all day and I just stay in bed, in order for my body to stay alive, to keep itself warm and stuff like that, I only use 1,181 calories. What I found really interesting was that if I exercise, so I go hard, I slog it at the gym for half an hour, I only use 147 calories for every half an hour, I only use that. Whereas if I do more walking to places, like I don't take the bus or stuff like that, I actually expel 354 calories for, I'm not sure for how long that is. That just says daily. So I actually use more calories doing everyday activity than you do exercising, which is true for everyone. That's true across the board. This didn't tell me what I should eat. It didn't tell me what my macros should be. That's something that I decided to work out for myself using my lean body mass and stuff like that. But what it actually showed me is I'll put it up. It shows me my medically supervised zone, my weight loss zone, and my maintenance zone. My weight loss zone at the moment is 1,000 to 1,181 calories. On a rest day, I will only eat 1,000 calories a day, whereas on a day that I do strenuous exercise, go to the gym, I get to eat 1,181 calories. The reason for this was so that on my day where I exercise, I'm actually rewarding my body for doing hard work, and whereas on a rest day, I eat less. So what they found with doing this sort of test and sticking to this sort of, calorie restriction is that you end up burning a lot more fat than you do muscle. Some people can go to the gym, they don't eat enough or they eat too much and they burn a lot of muscle. If you're not eating enough or you're eating too much or not eating the right amount of nutrition for your body, you can be going to the gym and exercising all these hours and not see any results, or seeing too much results and burning your muscle. Today I get to eat 1,181 calories because I went to the gym and I'm super hungry. Oh my god. These workout days and only getting to eat 1,181 calories is brutal. I was used to eating 1,500 calories a day, every day. Whereas I did find eating 1,000 calories on a rest day where I didn't do anything, like I just stayed at home, I walked to the grocery store to do grocery shopping. I found I wasn't super hungry. I didn't feel like I was missing out on any food. I didn't feel like I was starving myself. I think that the test was pretty accurate. I was definitely overeating, and that would probably be why I've been sitting at the same weight for like the last 8 to 10 weeks, like since Christmas. They also explained what to do if you have a cheat day. So if you just feel really crappy, you're really sad, like down, something like if you're an emotional eater, what to do with that, or if you go out to a restaurant and you just want to eat something really, really bad. The way she explained it to me is if I went over by 300 calories, which is generally like a standard meal, what I need to do is I need to break it in half, so 150 calories each, and then decrease my calories on my first rest day. Then the second rest day that I have, I decrease it by another 150 calories. Don't take it out of your exercise days though, because that's where you're rewarding your body for doing that activity, and you're rewarding it with extra food. You can't deprive it of food when you've been exercising. So I found the metabolic test really interesting, albeit depressing, because I do have a slow metabolism. I was hoping to go in with a fast metabolism and they're like, yep, you can eat whatever you want, which wasn't the case. Because I have eaten a lot, it's going to take a while for me to shrink my stomach back down to eating 1,000 calories or 1,181 calories on my fitness days, because I'm used to eating big meals, lots of calories. However, once I reach my targeted weight, so my targeted weight is 70% body fat, I didn't put a weight on that, so I didn't put a kilo on that, because I don't find that that's accurately representative of where I'm sitting fitness wise. And once I reach that 70%, I can actually increase my calories into my maintenance zone there, which I'll bring it back up again, is the blue zone, and that's 181 calories on a rest day and 1,500 calories on my fitness days. Oh, I can't wait. So I go back in 6 to 7 weeks. I haven't quite decided. So I'll go back and I'll get the DEXA scan to see where my body fat's sitting, but I won't get the metabolic test again, I don't think. They didn't explain if your metabolism changes with your lean body mass, which I have heard a lot on the internet. I will have to get clarification on that. But for now, I'm just going to stick to this, and I'll leave the metabolic. I don't plan on getting another metabolic test unless the people I go see tell me differently. Now, I don't want people to say that, oh, you're not eating enough calories, you're going to be really sick. This is an actual machine that recorded this, and the woman who did my test is a sports scientist. Like, she's got accreditation, she's got a degree, she's very knowledgeable in this area. This isn't just a fad diet, this is for my body personally. Everyone's going to be different, because where you're sitting, your calories are going to be different depending on your genetic structure and lifestyle, that sort of thing. So don't go hating on me for eating less calories. I already hate my body enough already as it is. But I definitely recommend it if you want to go see where you're at. The reason I did this is to be more efficient at my training. So if you want to go see where you're sitting body fat wise, definitely go get the DEXA scan. If you're having a lot of trouble, like if you're eating healthy and you're not losing any weight, definitely go and see what's going on. You might be eating too many calories, or you might not be eating enough. So this metabolic test is, I found, really helpful. If you want to follow my journey on this 6 weeks, check my Instagram. I will be updating, and I will do another video in 6 or 7 weeks about how I went with this. I won't even call it a challenge, because it's definitely going to be a challenge eating less calories. So remember, follow my Instagram, subscribe to my channel, so that way you actually see when the video pops up. I'll see you in the next video.